We are live on Instagram, so I want to welcome you to our open Q&A call for today. It is always a pleasure to be here to serve you, and we are also on Facebook at the same time. So we're going to do both Instagram and Facebook at the same time, and I am going to be addressing any questions that you may have as it relates to manifestation. So, welcome. Happy to have you here. We have had, I think, 3 questions submitted in advance, and I'm not alone as we deliver to you and for you to benefit you. And, really, I want you to understand why we, and I say we because I am so blessed to co serve with an incredible team of people. Roddy Telfer, who is on the line with us right now, is grabbing any questions that come in and he sends them to me through another application. And he's so incredible. He deeply cares about people. He understands these materials intimately, and like me, we are here to serve you. And from time to time, we have Vladdy who joins us as well. She is our Vice President of Sales, and she loves these materials. Her life has been transformed. Hello to you. And she often gets on the calls to help us. And so that's who's here serving you today. Now, we've had 3 questions submitted in advance. I'm going to address those right now. If you are watching this video, this live feed at this moment, and you have a question that you would love for me to address, and it's a question around manifesting anything, doesn't matter what the question is, please ask, and I would be happy to answer. So, hey, Barbara, good to see you here. Barbara's one of our cherished Destiny coaches. And Lorette is here as well. I want to welcome you. Okay, the first question, well, thank you for the gratitude. Gratitude right back at you. And I have gratitude for you guys as well. By the way, I was in Toronto yesterday. I got back this morning, actually pulled into my driveway around 5:35 a.m. And I was driving in the middle of the night. It's amazing how many trucks are on the road at that time. I love doing these calls so much. So lack of sleep doesn't matter. I am here to serve. And that's what happens when you're passionate about something. Okay, so we have a question from Kevin, Nina, and Michelle. We're going to start with Kevin's question first. Kevin is saying, I know Peggy generally doesn't recommend putting a date on a demand card, but how does she balance that with weekly, monthly, yearly goals for a business or weight loss, weight target? Was curious on the topic. Okay, it doesn't matter what the goal is. I don't put a date on my goal card or demand card, as you're calling it, Kevin, and I like to use that word as well, since I wrote the book, The Demand Principle. So it doesn't matter what the date is that you might have in mind. You see, the way that we manifest is by feeling as if the desire that we have is in our life now, including weight, including being at our ideal weight. And the truth is, it can happen a lot faster than what you anticipate. Of course, you want to do that healthy, in a healthy way. And so, as far as how do I handle it, I don't put dates on my demand cards. There's never a date on my demand card. Now, I might set some subsequent goals, or I'll set objectives for the week, or I'll set objectives for the month, and they maybe have a certain time for it. For example, I am launching Savvy Wisdom 2, the sequel, soon. So in my mind, I see that book as an international New York Times bestseller as well, international and New York Times bestseller. So I create the vision now. As a matter of fact, just over on my counter there, I'm going to go get it for you so you can see it. So just hang in there a second. I'm going to grab this. So I was creating some visuals earlier today that I'm going to laminate and put on my vision board. And so this is what it looks like. So it has the cover of the sequel for Savvy Wisdom 2. And on there, what I did was I went to the website where New York Times lists their bestsellers, and I took off the book that was on there and I put my book on there and the cover. So now I have a visual, right? And so I'm going to laminate this and I'm going to put it on my vision board so I see it every day. Now, I also printed this out today that says #1 New York Times bestseller. So when I have the physical copy of the book, which will be soon, it's in production right now, But once I have the physical production of the book or a physical copy of the book, like I do right now, have a copy of the original Savvy Wisdom, then I will put this with the cover as well. Or I could easily just, put the cover of the book, like the actual cover of the book right here on this page, and use that as a visualization technique. And so for every single goal card or demand card that I've ever created, I don't put a date on it. I have in some cases, and I've shared this story before, where I may have set an objective or a goal that I was going to accomplish within a short period of time. So I may have taken like one of my index cards and written on my index card, within 2 weeks of, that type of thing. And then there's a date in mind there. So you have to, in your own creative space, in your own mind, you're going to have an idea of when you're going to be at your ideal weight. And of course, as I said, you want to do it in a healthy way. So you don't want to lose weight too fast or in an unhealthy way, because that's just not going to, produce the kind of outcome that you would desire. So I do dates, or I use dates when I'm doing certain things, but on goal cards, demand cards, I never put a date on there. You want to see yourself at that weight. And when you think about ideal weight, you don't only want to get there, you want to stay there. So the more you declare it, the more you see it as the end result, the more you're impressing that idea into your subconscious mind, where it becomes a part of your knowing, where this is who you are, this is your weight. It's not, something that you're going to gain the weight back, which a lot of people do, right? And the reason why they gain the weight back is because they don't see themselves at their ideal weight continuously. And that's what you want to do. All right. Okay, great. The next question is from, we're getting more coming in now, from Nina. James Allen once said, calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. How do I achieve this? I'll be honest with you, Peggy, I've been feeling out of alignment for many years. I'm riddled with worry, doubt, fear, and overwhelm. I know this is a destructive, and I want to stop now. I want to feel relaxed and totally believe that my success is absolutely guaranteed. How do I get out of this constant negative way of thinking and feeling? I love that you've asked that question, and I really appreciate the question, and I really want you to follow through, okay? Please follow through. This is going to take some time, but the easiest, the most effective way that you can change your paradigms, which is obviously the way that you have been operating, worry, fear, doubt, those kinds of things. They're learned behaviors quite often. This is not a criticism. This is not judgment in any way. I had that as well. Now, the only way to change it is through space-time repetition of what you would love. What would you love? To be calm, to be relaxed, to know that you're manifesting everything that you desire. You believe that your success is absolutely guaranteed. But you've got to be willing to do the work. You must do the work. Now, I created the Power Life Script program. Everybody should have a Power Life Script. If you don't, go and get it now by going to Power Life Script. Yes, you're going to invest a little bit of money, a tiny bit of money, but the return for what that can do for you, for your life, like I have used my Power Life Script to change how I feel about myself. I've used my Power Life Script to build a very successful business. I've used my Power Life Script to earn millions of dollars. I've used my Power Life Script to attract my soulmate. I've used my Power Life Script to buy dream homes and multiple properties. The Power Life Script, when you follow what I suggest in the program, can change your life in every way. But it doesn't happen boom like that. It doesn't happen after a couple hours of application. This is a dedication. This is a lifetime commitment. You've got to dedicate your life to it. All right. But if that's what you really want, and what I love about what I'm reading in that question is, it sounds like you're at a point of complete dissatisfaction. And do you realize that when you're in that point or at that point of dissatisfaction, that's when you're most likely going to do something about it? When you just say enough is enough, I no longer want to live my life like this, I'm going to do something about it, great. But understand, you need to commit yourself right now. right now, not some other day, or maybe I'll do it some other day. Do it now, right? I just can't believe how many people just put it off, put it off, put it off. Yesterday I was in Toronto and I was at the Celebration of Life, a very small ceremony that was put together by the Proctor family. And it was very intimate, and that's what Bob had asked for, something very intimate. And I felt very blessed to be invited and to be a part of this. But here's something Bob Proctor used to say. Most people are tiptoeing their way through life, hoping they'll make it safely to death. That's the truth. It's the truth. It is absolutely the way it is. A lot of people hope, oh, maybe it'll get better, or maybe it'll get better, and they're hoping for something outside of themselves to change. They don't realize they're in control. You're all in control of your life. Take control. Grab the bull by the horns, as they say, and just decide today that you're going to do something about your life, and you're going to create a dream life where your life truly does get better and better and better, because it's possible for you. And I can show you the way. I can guide you. I can mentor you. You can join my program, Power Life Script or Skipping Levels or whatever other program that we have. I can definitely help you. But it's a teamwork here. I'll give you the guidance of what I know to be absolutely true from 43 plus years of study and application, but you're going to have to do the work. All right. But I'm going to show you just how easy it can be when you follow this. So do it today. All right. And give zero energy to what you don't want. And just, it's wonderful to recognize those are the areas that are your challenge and give thanks for it. Have zero bad feelings about it. Only feel good. Feel grateful. Feel grateful that you've recognized there's a challenge in your life. Feel grateful that you've reached this point of dissatisfaction and just said, enough is enough. I'm doing something about my life right now. All right? Decide that right now. I want all of you to be with me on that. Are y'all with me on that? Yes. Make a decision. No more playing small. No more tiptoeing through life. You're going to choose that your life's going to get better and better and better. Does that sound good? Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds fantastic. That's what I suggest that you do. By the way, I'll just do a little planting of an idea as well. We're doing an event on March 8th. It's called the Belief Day. Because based on what William James said when he said, believe and your belief will create the fact. Not hope for something, not wish for something. You got to believe it. And a lot of people don't understand what they need to believe or how to create that belief system within them so that they are unstoppable, unwavering. All right, that's what we're focusing on that day, and it's totally free. I love Dawn says she's going to be there. Excellent, Dawn. I look forward to seeing you there. It's a brand new event. We've never done this before. It's free. It is limited by the number of people that are allowed in our Zoom room, and right now we're getting close to being full. This is a popular subject, a popular day. Get registered. Go to thebeliefday.com and register for that free event, okay? And we're going to be together for 4 hours. Even if you can't attend live, register anyways. Thank you. Register anyways, and you'll get to watch the replay, okay? We'll put the replay up for a period of time, but definitely register for that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of seeing people playing small. I really want to help hundreds of millions of people. And I want to give them the best guidance that I possibly can. I really feel this is my responsibility. Okay, Michelle is saying, do you see yourself physically in the visualization, or can you picture it from your own mind's eye? I've heard different things, and one of them was you have to physically see yourself in the picture. Okay. Here's how I'm going to answer this question. And you have very likely heard this answer before. And if so, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Here's the answer to the question. However you do it, whether you're imagining yourself right into the picture of it, and maybe you don't see yourself, but you're imagining you're there, like with a home, with a dream home as an example. You see yourself in your dream home. You see yourself waking up in the morning and looking out the window and seeing water. You see yourself sitting on the deck watching the sun set in front of you. You see yourself doing the dishes at the sink. You see yourself. Now, do you actually see yourself? No, because you're in your body, right? So you're feeling the experience of being in the event that depicts you own the home. That's an example, okay? Now, would you Would it work even better if you just saw yourself maybe with your significant other, with your family, sitting around the dining room table? Would it work better if you saw yourself in the bed where you're waking up every morning? Maybe, maybe. But here's what's most important in manifesting. What's most important to manifest everything that you desire is, what do you feel? What do you feel in your heart? So if visualizing yourself from afar, where you're actually seeing yourself in the experience, works for you and produces that feeling in your heart that you have it, or you're doing it, or that you're experiencing it, then great. If imagining in your mind's eye that you have or are doing or experiencing what you desire works for you, and that creates that feeling in your heart of knowing it's already done, then do that. What matters most is the feeling state. So do what works for you. You know, I've been teaching these materials now for almost 30 years, been studying for 43 plus, but been teaching for almost 30. It's 28 years ago I incorporated my business and started teaching seminars. And if you're in this business as well, which I know some of you are, you're going to notice that you're going to get the same questions asked over and over again. Now, why is it that we don't see the results with people? Like, I know I used to speak at many, almost all of Bob Proctor events, and I would see the same people coming to the events over and over again. And I know they weren't getting the results that they wanted. Why? Because they weren't doing the work. They weren't committed to it. They might go to a seminar or read a book or watch some videos and think, okay, now I understand it. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's wonderful to understand it, and that's a great starting point. But unless you apply this into your life, nothing's going to change. You've got to apply it. That's where the magic happens. That's where things really start to change. But understand it's going to take some time, because there is a period of time that's going to elapse before all things manifest into form. Most people give up. Most people give up. A lot of people give up when they're just about to get to the finish line. A lot of people give up right before their goal is going to manifest into form. You cannot give up. And most people underestimate how long it's going to take. They think it's going to take, oh, bam, in a month I'm going to be blah, 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 right? Maybe. I'm not saying you can't. I certainly wouldn't be someone to say that's not possible or that's not going to happen. But the likelihood is that it's going to take a lot longer than what you predict. And that's okay. When it is something in your heart, when you are passionate about your goal, about your outcome, when you have dedicated your life to it, to your success, then you're going to manifest. You're absolutely going to manifest. It's how it works. And it works for everyone. It's not something that is reserved or isolated just for a select few. Anyone and everyone can manifest their every desire. And we see it all the time. We see people that come from impoverished environments. We see people that land in other countries with a dime in their pocket and create empires. So a lot of people are doing this. They're making excuses. They're making excuses where other people are making it happen. So you got to decide, are you someone who's going to sit there and make excuses all day long? Or are you going to be someone that's out there making it happen? Now you're here, you're with me right now. I suspect everyone that's here are the type of people that are making it happen. You got to be hungry for your success, hungry for it. And when you're hungry, you're going to do whatever it takes, as long as it's legal, ethical, and moral. All right, our next question is from Malali, and I apologize if I'm saying your name incorrectly. My husband is running for a senior position in the company, and he thinks that the first interview wasn't so good. How to manifest a possible interview with the VP. All right, forget about the how. Forget about the how. You're assuming the how, right? You're thinking of the steps. What he has to do, and it's him because he's looking to create the job, and you can do this as well with him, is see himself in the position that he desires. See himself in the position. Create the business card that depicts that he holds that role. In his mind's eye, he's going to be going to work every day, doing that job. He has to feel it in his heart, knowing that it is already done. And I love that you support him, that you want to support him. But whether it's an interview with the VP that's going to get them there or whether it's something else, don't be concerned about that. Simply see the end result. Let the universe figure out the rest, okay? Our next question is from Tajasu 17. How do you shift your paradigm? Is that seeing it before it happens? You shift your paradigm by dedicating your life every day to disciplines like the Power Life Script. The Power Life Script is the paradigm changing tool to use. It is the absolute best paradigm changing tool. You know, in Bob Proctor's latest book, he wrote a book called Change Your Life, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. And I want you to think about that for a moment. Change your paradigm, change your life. That's absolutely true. But in here, he talks about Power Life Script. Now that I trademarked that, by the way, that's a technique that I created back in the 90s. But because I spoke on stage many times at Bob's event, he wrote about it in here. And he didn't give me credit, but that's okay. No worries. I'm happy that Bob shared that idea. I gave it the name, I created the process, I created the program. But this is how you change your paradigm. You must decide. It's a multiple step process, but you decide what you would love to have, do, be, or experience in your life. You get clarity on that. You write it out as if it's here now. You determine what do I need to believe and who do I need to become in order to have that in my life. And then you write out a detailed script, like a script of you living that amazing life. It's for your ears only. You're going to write it, you're going to review it, and then you're going to record it. All right? You're going to write, review, record. And you may find that you'll want to edit it as well, and that's fine. I've been doing the Power Life Script for 27 years, and I edit it all the time. I edited mine last week because you're going to manifest things. You're going to manifest your goals, and then you're going to think of something else that you want because you're an evolved being. It's natural for human beings to want more. It's a very natural experience. Okay, our next question is from Madi. What is your advice for someone who missed their goal deadline? My advice is, do you still want it? Is this a goal that you absolutely are in love with? Then understand you missed the date. Forget about it, the date. Don't forget about the goal. That's why I suggest don't put a date on your goal card. Most people get disillusioned. Most people throw their goal away if they don't get there on time. And the way you manifest is by feeling as if that goal is in your life right now. Don't throw it out. Don't give up on the goal. You've just misguessed. That's all. No biggie. Most people do. Stick with it. You're going to manifest it when you follow the guidelines. The next question is from Astina Rochelle. Do you recommend any books to change your paradigms when coming from a background of abuse? Yeah, I came from a background of abuse. Here's a book I recommend, Savvy Wisdom. Get Savvy Wisdom. The second one, the sequel to this, is coming out. But why I highly recommend this book is because it's written as a parable. It's written as about a girl named Sophie who had been abused, who was suicidal, and had a desire to change her life. And she met an incredible man named Savvy. That was his name, S-A-V-Y. It's not spelled incorrectly, S-A-V-Y. And in this book, why this book is very different and unique, and unlike any other book, unlike a book that you read that's more like telling you what to do, this book guides you through a story where you're going to learn what to do. You're going to learn what Sophie did to change her life, which is what I did to change my life. Excellent. Okay, great. She says she's going to get that book. Oh, it's Justina. All right. Okay, the next question is from, the name, I'm not sure how to say it. It looks like Nadirangukin. Anyways, here's the question. What do if what I want has to be fulfilled within a certain period of time? See it as if it's here now. You still have to see it if it's here now. It's not any different. It's not a different step process. Like when I purchased homes, as an example, and I've often told many stories and there's a story in Savvy Wisdom about Sophie purchasing a home, which is really based on my story. And I knew there was a date when the deal was closing. But throughout the process, once I decided that I was going to own that home, that that home was mine, not going to own it, that I did own it, I felt as if it was mine immediately. And I stayed in that feeling of that wish fulfilled. I resided in that feeling. That's what you want to do. You want to reside in the feeling of it's done. Now, if you're up against the clock, if you will, and there is a sense of urgency within you, which is a wonderful thing to have, a sense of urgency, because that quite often really gets people to commit to something, then what you may do, or what I would suggest that you do, is invest hours a day of really convincing yourself through auto-suggestion, which is using your Power Life script, that this outcome is already yours. And like yesterday, I was driving from Toronto. I listened to my Power Life script for hours. I actually ended up stopping because of freezing rain, and I finished the drive this morning. Was in my car again for a couple of hours listening to my Power Life script. I listened to my Power Life script some days for hour upon hour upon hour. When you really want something, when you've decided enough is enough, that you no longer want to live your life the way you have been, that you want to create some prosperity, or you want to create a dream job, or you want to have the ideal relationship, or live in the dream home, whatever it is, the more you dedicate your time, we all have 24 hours a day, the more you dedicate a massive amount of time to being in the spirit of that wish fulfilled, the better it's going to go for you. Like, we have a program called Skipping Levels. I created this program a couple of years ago, and I did it for two reasons. One, because I made a decision, I'm going to skip levels in my own life. And even though I've accomplished incredible things, I've got wonderful goals that I already see myself accomplishing. And I decided that I'm going to help many others skip levels in their lives. So I give them the guidance, the training. We meet 3 times a month. They've got everything that they need to accomplish that, to skip levels in their life. Now, they have to do the work. And I know that there are a couple individuals that have shared with me that they are taking this so seriously that they literally invest hours a day by being in the spirit of their goals. And then by their results, you'll see that. That's what Bob Proctor used to say, by their fruits you will know them. And what that simply means is, if you want to know what someone is like, look at their life. Look at their results. If you want to know what someone thinks they're worth, look at their income. Because they're generally earning the kind of money that they believe they're worth. But not everybody is, motivated by earnings. Some people are motivated by different things. I'm just giving you a number of different examples. But the truth is, this is a commitment. When I was driving down to Toronto on Monday, and I drove for about 4 hours on the way down there, listening to my Power Life script, listening to the Skipping Levels meditation that I created for my clients. And I was thinking about how 43 years ago, I met Bob Proctor. It was in January, 43 years ago. And that was an evening when he did a seminar that I'll never forget. It changed my life forever. But it wouldn't have changed my life if I didn't do anything. So when Bob Proctor delivered that event that night, what he did was he offered everyone in the room to sign up for some continuing education, to sign up to deepen their understanding, to learn how to apply this in their life. Because paradigms are so strong. They are really, really, really strong. And it takes years that people have built them. Sometimes it takes years to change them. And so at the end of the evening, Bob Proctor offered an 8-week course, and I signed up, and I went to that course. And when he recommended that I study a book, I didn't only study it, I devoured it. And at the end of the 8 weeks, he offered to take the program again. And I took it again, and again, and again. And I didn't only take his programs, I took many programs. It became a way of life for me. And I know this, and this is what I was thinking about on the drive down to Toronto on Monday, because I was going there for the Celebration of Life event for Bob Proctor's family and friends. And I was thinking that if I hadn't dedicated the study and dedicated the time and invested in myself, there's no flipping way I would be experiencing the life that I'm blessed to live now. Not a chance. But you know what's wonderful about all of this? It's not complicated. And I can help you. I can guide you. It's really important that you become such a serious student, an advocate for these materials, that you live and breathe these materials. That's what you want to be doing. And so we have programs, we offer free events. I mentioned the Belief Day. It's free. There's no reason why you cannot or won't sign up for that. So sign up for it and tell your friends as well. Like, we're looking to pack the house for the Belief Day. And we'd love to have you there. We'd love to have you join us. It is an absolute free event. And think about what it's called, the Belief Day. This is the day for you to understand how to build the belief where you absolutely create the sense of knowing in your heart that what you desire is already yours. Where you feel so confident. You've got that sense of self. You feel really good about who you are. When you think about a job that you desire, you know it's already yours. When you see a home that you would love to purchase, you know you can do it. When you decide that you're going to be at your ideal weight, you're committed to it. And you understand that it's going to be easy for you because you're dedicated to doing it, to following through. So we meet halfway. Like, I'm going to give you all the guidance in the world, but you got to do the work as well. Okay. We're at the 12:30 point here. We have one more question for today, and then we're going to call it a wrap. The next question is from Madi, and it says, I missed my goal 3 times. Any advice? Go for it. Like, doesn't matter. Who cares? 3 times, 33 times. Do you want it? Is this the goal that you would love? Then awesome. See yourself with it right now. See yourself and know that it's already done. All right? Join us for the Belief Day, thebeliefday.com. We're doing this event for you. It's such an important subject. I'm happy that I see folks that have mentioned they've signed up. And as I said, we have like more than half sold out the space that we have for the event. So get yourself registered for it. We will be promoting it a little bit more. It will fill up. It's absolutely going to fill up. We're going to record it, and we'll make the recording available for a short period of time. It's a 4-hour event, totally free. Come to that event. I'm going to give you the guidance that's necessary so that you can build such a strong belief on knowing that anything that you desire is already yours. All right, everyone, I'm grateful to be here with you today, and I look forward to serving you again. I think next week we'll be doing another event. I'm actually flying on Tuesday, so we'll very likely be on Wednesday, and I'll also see you at the Belief Day. Thank you, Roddy, for being here and for grabbing all these wonderful questions. Thank you for joining us, for asking the questions. I just love serving you guys, and I really appreciate you very much. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.